Now, more of Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Policy Institute, the only show directly addressing the problems and solutions for Illinois. Now, from AM 560, here's Dan Proft.
Dan Proft back with Pat Hughes on this edition of Illinois Rising. And Pat, it was Lao Tzu, I believe, who said the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I could have been.
Yeah.
You would know better than I would.
The father of Taoism. You know this. You're an educated man, even though you didn't go to Bennett.
I did
not. So one baby step in Illinois comes to us from Park Ridge recently. The Park Ridge Park District Board voted to rid the freebies that council members had previously enjoyed to all of the Park Ridge District's offerings. And I suppose that's a good step as we have this conversation intermittently about consolidation of local government in the context of ruling class politicians, creating fiefdoms and kind of quietly enjoying benefits that were not really conceived for municipal officials, including healthcare and pensions, but even just free access that is different and distinct from what the residents, the constituents of these park districts or municipal governments otherwise experience.
Yeah, the best part about this, Dan, is the getting rid of the freebies so that the person who serves on the board is exactly equivalent to the person that they're serving, right? And that allows for better constituent service, and it allows for more trust in government. And it is a baby step, it's a single step, but it's an important step, and it's a great example.
And for more on this, we're pleased to be joined by one of those exemplars. He is Robert Leach, member of the Park Ridge Park District Board. Robert, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan and Pat.
So what was the impetus for this decision?
Well, I have to give some credit to Rick Biaggi and Mel Phillins, two longtime park board members that unfortunately were on a minority basis for years on the board until 4 new members joined this year that are all considered fiscal conservatives. So we were able to get a majority, an overwhelming majority of 6-0, with one member being absent, that allowed us to push through what we believe, and you guys just said, is the right thing to do in local government, put us in the same position of our constituents, not ask for anything in return, and I also think complies with the legal code for the park districts.
So what were the perks that you gave up exactly?
Well, we in past years, I believe commissioners would use this perk to allow for gym memberships for different classes, like whether it be dance classes, you name it, that our park district offers, and they would do it for free. And if you really added those type of expenses up per commissioner, it gets into thousands of dollars.
You know, Robert, if Dan were a member of the district, that'd be great because he loves dance classes. So he'd love to get as many free dance classes as possible.
That's not true. And Park Ridge is known as a very, just a very graceful community.
It's
a lot of excellent dancers.
A lot of dancing going on.
The Hawkettes are a phenomenal
They are.
nationally ranked team. So, yes, we are known for that. But I think when you look at the commissioner's use of it, it was under a provision in our policies for opportunities for oversight of the park district programs and facilities. The problem that I had is if you're going to not consider it a perk and you're going to suggest that this is legitimate, which I didn't, of course, then you would have the reporting functions. You would have a lot of other details that you'd be providing back to staff, which we never saw and I don't really believe exists to a high level. So I think this just went into the bucket of a perk, and this allowed us to do what was right for our constituents.
That's got to be a real hit to Mel Phillins' wallet in particular because he's a very good dancer.
And goes to gyms and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's how good Mel is. He was willing to give all of that up. You know, I mean, and you know, Robert, the thing about this is it's such a good example. How can you and the people who voted to do this and do the right thing sort of amplify what you've done to the other governmental bodies in Park Ridge, or whether it's Des Plaines, or whether it creeps up to your state rep or state senate level of saying, hey, look, this is how government should operate. This is how we're doing it here. How about you guys do the same thing, whether it's taking a pension in a broken state or whatever the perks are of the various jobs that are out there?
Right, and if I can add one thing, I think what's great about a nonpartisan board like this absolutely crosses party lines. This is just good, prudent governance that I think should be applied to any level of government, all the way up to federal. But if we can make one small statement in our little town with, trying to kill dandelions and keep kids safe, by also being fair to our taxpayers, I think that's one good step in the right direction.
Well, how do you think you're going to be received at the next convention for Park District officials in Illinois?
I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get a lobbying group from a national PAC to go after 4 of us, if not all 6. So I welcome that type of discussion. I think it's in the best interest of everyone to get programs like yourself recognizing that this is prudent. This is the things and measures we have to do across the spectrum to get us back into a better fiscal shape for the whole state of Illinois.
Have you heard
our little town?
Have you heard from Park District officials, park boards, and neighboring communities? Anybody looking to emulate what you guys did at the moment?
I have not. I'm curious to that. Tonight is our first official meeting since this was voted on. So I'm imagining it might be a little robust and there might be some commentary coming to the public meeting. So we welcome that again. There's always going to be a difference of opinion, but we hope to do even more than this one small statement.
Very good. He is Robert Leach, member of the Park Ridge Park District Board. Robert, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.